If the frequency in the recessive allele for blue eyes in a population is 30%, and there are 500 individuals in the population, how many blue-eyed people would there be? Well, let's find out what we're given first. We're given the recessive allele. And remember, when they use the word allele, it's one letter. So we're given A, which in Hardy-Weinberg letters is Q. We're given it as a percent, which we need to convert to a decimal by dividing by 100. Next, we are asked to find how many blue-eyed people would there be. We were just told that blue eyes is the recessive trait, and we have the allele. So to find out the genotype, we're going to square that. We're trying to find Q squared. So we're going to square 0.3, and our answer is 0.09. Because they asked how many blue-eyed people there would be, then we need to multiply our frequency by the total number in the population, which is 500. So our final answer is 45 blue-eyed people. The dominant allele T controls the ability to taste PTC. Individuals with the T allele find PTC bitter, while too little T individuals find it tasteless. In a sample of 320 students, 240 were tasters. Determine the number of heterozygous individuals in this population. They just gave us the dominant trait, which means they gave us P squared plus 2PQ because all of those individuals can taste it. And we're trying to find the number of heterozygotes. So first step, we want to subtract the 240 from 320 to get the number of recessives because we always start with Q squared. So 320 minus the number of dominant individuals, 240, gives us the number of recessive individuals, the ones who cannot taste it, and that is 80. So for our Q squared, it's going to be 80 out of 320. So let's divide that. You should get 0.25. Next step is to find Q, which is the square root of 0.25, which is 0.5. Then we find P. P is 1 minus 0.5 to get 0.5. And finally, 2PQ. 2 times P times Q. Final answer is 0.5. Let's check the question. It says determine the number of heterozygous individuals. That's not a number, that's a frequency. So we multiply that by the total number of students in the population for our final answer of 160 students. Okay, next example, in cats, yellow eyes are controlled by a dominant allele and green eyes are the recessive trait. If 90 cats out of 250 have green eyes, how many cats have at least one recessive allele? Let's see what we're starting with. We are given the recessive trait, which is 90 out of 250. And we're asked to find how many cats have at least one recessive allele. So we're going to choose the genotypes that have at least one recessive allele, and that's both 2PQ and Q squared. So we're going to add them as our near the end. Okay, so first of all, 90 divided by 250 gives us a frequency of 0.36. Next step is to find Q. Q is the square root of Q squared. So that's 0.6. P is 1 minus Q, or 1 minus 0.6, which gives us 0.4. Next is 2PQ. We're going to multiply 2 times our value of P times our value for Q to get 0.48. And now remember, we're looking to add these values together. So 2PQ plus our Q squared, 0.48 plus 0.36 gives us 0.84. Now again, they've asked us how many cats. So we will multiply that frequency by 250, and our final answer is 210 cats.